Hello guys, and welcome to another CNC Riley video. So today we are looking at what is the Nod meta deck at the moment. This deck is by Suzaku. He is #1 Nod player at the moment. You can go ahead and go look at the leaderboards if you wanted to go see. And he is using this specific deck right here. Ignore these down here, and these weren't this part of the same thing. But these 5 matches right here, I think. Yep. 4 matches, not 5. But these 4 matches right here I've did. I'm only going to do 2. This top one and this one right here. Reason being is this top one was really long because I was using the variant of my own variant of the deck. So here's his deck right here. So here's his deck, the one he's using, in mine on the side right there. So you can see here attack bikes, laser troopers, militant, banshees, predator, scorpion tanks, and also buggies. Okay, wrong button. No. Give me a second. I don't. Okay, well, I accidentally pressed this profile. I didn't know there was a thing. I didn't know you could press the profile from here. But we're gonna go ahead and look at my replay. Mine is pretty long. Unfortunately, I had actually forgotten I had added the Phantom to the deck instead of running the Banshee, and I didn't realize it until like the end of the game, and I finally remembered. I was like, ha, this is GG. So we're gonna go ahead and just, we may have to speed through it a little bit to the point where it was pretty much a stalemate. So we're gonna speed through the beginning. You want to open with Militant. He opens with Militant. You may want to watch his video before you see how to play the deck, but this is the meta one at the moment. This is pretty much, I guess, what he used to climb up to Tiberium with the backup to Tiberium with the Nod. So you see here at the beginning of the game, it's just us microing past each other, and at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna try to bait him, but it didn't really work out. But he built Talon, so I just built Attack Bike. My original goal there was to bait his missile troopers down, build an attack bike, and go for his harvester. But unfortunately, he built a Talon, so I just use the attack bike to take out the Talon. I go ahead and just basically, at this point, micro my way out of these situations. I built a predator tank to pressure his harvester. Unfortunately, I think I just barely get his harvester. He doesn't stop me until like a little bit more later. You see, I'm just wailing on his harvester, and he builds orcas, and at this point I still forgot I had phantoms. I probably would have won this game a long time ago because I forgot I had phantoms. So I do get the first missile, thanks to these very awesome attack bikes. I do get the first missile, so there you go. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish off his harvester, and it does get to a point where I absolutely lock down his harvester, so he has no harvester protection. I take that out. Unfortunately, I don't manage. I tried to take that out, but I don't manage to, because if I would have had Oxana's boost, I probably would have been able to. I use a missile trooper to finish it off, or laser trooper, and I have to speed it up because this match is very long, but I think this is pretty much where, no, this is not where the stalemate ends. I forgot when the stalemate ends. It really gets, like, I totally forgot I had phantoms. You see here in the later parts of the game that you see here, his harvester's gone. He can't farm. I'm stopping him from farming. You see here, there's nothing he can do. And once again, this is how Sazuka. I said that like it's like a Russian. No, Suzaku. I don't know. I keep pronouncing. I said Suzuka. I meant Sazaku. Can we be mispronouncing his name? So I think I'm getting around to the point where I remember I brought phantoms. Don't forget what you have. I'm horrible. I'm sorry. I'm like the worst player ever. I forget. Who forgets they have a whole unit to counter this dude's whole deck? And this is when I remember, and this is the beginning of the end. I'm like, I have so many phantoms. Why don't I just base rush him? So I just base rush this guy. You can see here, and there's nothing you can do. I got my flame troopers. I got 3 phantoms up. I think I get another one. Even though, I don't get another one because there's no point. Look at this. There's nothing he can do. Yeah, I do get another one, actually. 5th one, 4th one. So you can see there, there's nothing he could do. He was so focused on getting that second missile because I guess he felt it was important before stopping my base rush. So let's go ahead and get into the next replay. So here we are against a GDI tech deck. This guy was pretty decent, but he got out microed and pretty much outplayed in the early game. There was nothing he could do. I think I did try to go for his harvesters. He was trying to go. Oh yeah, okay. No, this dude went for a very defensive early game. He went for super early MG gunner. He should have actually went on the pad, but I didn't notice his MG gunner there, and now I'm like, no, not one of these players. At first, I thought he was doing some type of I've actually, if you guys remember, I made a fun MG squad deck, and very, 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 very good. By the way, guys, can you please check out my my Armajet video on my channel? That'll be nice. It's a new game that's in beta right now. I got introduced to it by I for the life of me cannot remember his YouTube name. Oh my god, I'm horrible. Captain Benzie. Oh my gosh, I'm just horrible. Captain Benzie. He made a video about it himself, and I was like, "Oh, the game looked cool." I've been really enjoying that game. If you want, you can check out the game. But let's resume what we're talking about here. So here this right now at the moment. You see here, I'm trying to pressure his harvester, and his MG gunner is really slowing me down. Um, Unfortunately, I just can't escape the range. The two-time range is super annoying. I try to get down his unit here. If you want a good way to counter the MG gunner, at this point I was using the Banshee, but the problem was I was like, oh, maybe I can use the Banshee, but I was like, nah, because he's just gonna build missile troopers. I build buggies. I can spam buggies and take out all his guys. He goes into his tech lab, and you notice here I actually don't have any like sustainable flamers, and unfortunately, that's an unfortunate fact. Right now, I don't have any flamers. So I should have actually gone for his zone trooper instead of the shockwave, but I would probably have been able to kill him. He builds that, yep, that disruptor, those disruptors. So you see here, I built a predator tank. The match is about to end now, though. However, it is too late. He can't get on the tile in time, and there you go. It is GG. He loses the game. There was nothing he could do there. He couldn't get on the tile in time. So we're gonna go ahead and do one more replay since it's only been 6 minutes. Now, this is actually the second time I faced this guy. This guy is horrible. I'm so sorry, and there's nothing I can say about it. He's a horrible player. To be honest, I actually remember this guy now. I faced this guy in Masters before. Obviously before the reset. I faced him in Masters before Chunky Monkey. I'm pretty sure I remember that name. Unfortunately, I didn't remember what strategies he used, and he does have, I think, higher level cards than me, a little bit more higher level. You can see he has level 10 shockwaves. He fell for this last time. He did this last time. He walked into double rifleman, and then he just stands there. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have moved up there. It was wasted. But he builds. I knew he was the same player too. I knew because I seen his name. And yep, there you go, right there, bam. And I actually I'm going to show you a mistake this guy had made. Not in this game, but in the first time I faced him. I'm not going to do the whole entire last replay, but I'm going to show you guys the mistake he made, which was he thought, but apparently I don't know how long this guy's been using the MG gunner, but he thought wrong apparently in in the other match. So I'm just at the moment I was trying to go for his harvester, but I couldn't. I tried to go for his harvester again, and once again this is I don't know. I think it's I would say it's a mid range, but I don't know. I think it's an aggro deck. So you want to go for the enemy harvester and try to get the first missile, stuff like that. You know, normal aggro gameplay. Unfortunately, I swapped my focus to the MG gunner. I shouldn't have done that. I would have been able to get the harvester. That was my mistake on my part. So I go ahead and use just keep building units to try to go for his units, and I'm trying to counter him, and unfortunately, the biggest problem with this deck that I find is that you don't have flame troopers or shockwaves or flame troopers, because you can only use Seth's pod. That's the only thing that I may find wrong with this deck. Otherwise, I think the deck is pretty strong. The Banshee, I haven't found any use for it so far. I have not used the Banshee once at all. I've used the Phantom to counter, so I would personally say my variant, I'm not going to say my variant is better because he's in Tiberium, I'm not at the moment. Obviously, I'm trying to get back into Tiberium, so, and I am having a pretty difficult time with it, but well, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I've missed 2 days, I haven't played in like a day or two because I've been actually kind of addicted to Armajet, I'm not going to lie, but we do get the first missile. And today this is the first day I'm playing since the last APC deck videos. This is the first time I'm playing. I've missed 2 days of dailies, unfortunately, which I did get to level 50. So now I'm gonna be doing a Kodiak deck, and I'm just gonna start grinding back up to Tiberium. I probably would be in Masters right now if with my GDI if I would have grinded these rest of these days, but. At the moment, we are gaining toward that juicy win right now. I'm charging up the missile, and I know he's about to go on first control. He builds a disruptor, but it's too little, too late. I tile block him with the Scorpion tank. Unfortunately, you see here, it looks like he is going to get the second missile. I don't remember if he did, even though I just really did this match like maybe like an hour or two ago, which is reasonable time. I honestly don't remember. He tries to I hate Dr. League players that do that. The whole Liang drone thing where they move it to a tile that isn't you move it onto a tile when the missile's about to end. Is so annoying, and so many Dr. Liangs do it. It's just like, why? Just stop. Just please. Why are you doing this to me? Why must you ruin the game for me? It's so annoying. And he's just trying to stall, but it's basically GG at this point. So there you go. Yeah, he was literally just trying to stall. I don't know what he was stalling for because he wouldn't have been able to get around his harvester. So that's going to be it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed.